I mean, there are several things here. Yes, you're right. However, I think it's something like nearly half of the houses that were sold as right to buy are now back in the hands of private landlords who, instead of renting at an affordable rate that is in line with local housing authority rents, are charging an extortionate amount of money. So they haven't remained in private hands. But more importantly, when Thatcher brought it in, she specific. Now, had that been, you can buy your home at a discount depending how long you've lived there, and that money will be funneled into building more homes. That actually would have been quite a good idea, because we would have just had this on rolling out building program that would have done people really well. But we didn't. She specifically stopped that so that the councils couldn't use that money. And that, even at the time, they knew that was a bad idea, but because that wasn't her point. And like I said, now I think it is as much as half of those, maybe more, because obviously the figures change year on year, are in private landlords' hands, and so plenty of ex-council houses are owned by landlords who have multiple properties and are making hundreds of thousands of pounds renting out to families making excess money. That should have been stopped at the time, because it should have been obvious it was going to happen. So there needed to be, and I think there was a brief period where you couldn't sell it on. But of course, a lot of the people who originally exercised their right to buy have since died, and their descendants have sold the property and they've sold it to private landlords. And now there should have been some way of stopping that, or we should be capping rent. But yeah, those houses were being rented at very affordable rates, and the few people who still have lifetime council tenancies are still paying really affordable rents. If I had a council house and was paying what I think in this round here, I think it's about £600-700 a month for a really spacious council house with a proper 100-foot garden, I wouldn't want to buy. But obviously, round here, it's not. I mean, it's nearly £2,000 for that house. And guess what? A lot of those houses being rented out for close to the £2,000 mark are ex-council houses. Make that make sense?